Hey guys, happy Monday. And this Monday is really happy because quite frankly, if you finally look at the Ethereum trade that we've been building for the last 1 year with the outlook of big targets, finally it has come to fruition to actually see at least a little bit of green. To be honest, it is realized P&L because, as you might remember, when we had this big correction, I closed a portion of it higher and then added to it a bit lower, and for some reason it just calculates the P&L plus also funding fees. There's probably close to $100,000 in just stupid funding fees, and then also I think it's also kind of miscalculation because according to the margin that I have in the account and how I rebalanced it, and that our average entry price is 2,700 basically. It shouldn't be as much as 260, or so maybe Bybit is not calculating it correctly, but in terms of the money in the account, it's like actually not looking too bad. But finally, there is some green. And you know guys, that's why I decided to make this video, to once again point out the very, very obvious thing, which is something that you need to be paying attention to for the next 6 to 12 months going forward. So that being said, if you're really new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, comment down below for the algorithms, at least something, so that, you know, more people see the video. If you don't want to do any of those and you just want to keep consuming content for free, well, go ahead and do so. So certainly it is starting to look a little bit better. We're going to get to the chart. I want to show you quite a few interesting things in the chart, but before it, I want to give you some news and some context for the TA I'm going to be doing. But yes, finally, on Bybit, this $2.3 million trade at least is coming to some green, at least in unrealized P&L. So, and guys, you might remember, I'm trading over on Bybit, as you can see, and with my exclusive link down in the description of this video. And now please focus, because these bonuses are absolutely real. You can claim up to $30,000 initial deposit bonuses right here, and only if you're going to use my link down in the description of this video. And you can also get up to 42% discount on trading fees, depending on how much you trade, your deposit, etc. But this is something that is absolutely real. You can claim for your own trading, and if you're on your journey, just use this to your advantage. And if you already have a Bybit account, you can create a new one using a different form of identification, such as a driver's license or whatever you want. And then you can actually have a separate one with all these bonuses. Now, when it comes to news, I think this year is also good news, but I'm not going to spend too much time on this. It just still looks beautiful. I'm just hoping that it's not because of Elon Musk's friends that actually just bumped up the chances here on Poly market, but we'll see. Now, also one more piece of news before I get to the actual market overview is play of the grid. If you guys are not paying attention to this and GameFi, this is something that could actually extend far beyond GameFi right now. And if you want to see a big trend, I think it's going to be Godzilla Games and play of the grid. And right now they're building on Avax. But right now they have 85% of Avax volume gone up because of Godzilla Games, because of play of the grid. So if you don't know what play of the grid is, they're actually going absolutely parabolic. They have like 1 million daily players, and you can play this game. It's like Battle Royale, similar to Warzone, on PS5, also on PC and Xbox, etc. And it's a free game. It's absolutely free. And there is also going to be GameFi on inside of it, and that's why, like right now, and it's built on Avax, so that's why they have actually quite a big increase in transaction volume. And I think that this could also bring huge mass adoption to crypto in general as well, and contribute to it. Just simply, and they also have the GUNS token. So, and the reason is because they're not really a Web3 game. So, you know, when you think of GameFi, you think of Web3 games, but in reality, they are a Web2 game with Web3, so crypto just in the background. For those who want to use it, those who want to have this inner game economy based on a blockchain, it's in there. So yeah, if you're playing games, I would really suggest playing this because it is freaking amazing as a game, and also it's got Web3 in it. So if you're a Web3 person, you're playing Warzone, go play off the grid. So, and I think just pay attention to what they do. I'm not associated with them in any way. It's just, I'm just fascinated by the level of achievement that they have. And they are #1 streamed game on Twitch suddenly after 1 week of release. So go check them out. Now, when it comes to the overall market, before we move to the chart and discuss it, the reason for Bitcoin bullishness, the reason why we're currently almost testing 70K, is it's very simple. It's what I've been talking about. So first of all, SEC approved just now, recently, a couple of days ago, SEC approved Bitcoin spot ETF options, which is also quite huge. We have US presidential election. We have November Fed rate cut coming up. It's like 90% chance of a rate cut in November and maybe even a double one. Then we have so many other ones. We have the FTX distribution coming. We have the M2 global money supply rising. And just in general, the Bitcoin weekly 2MA crosses 40K, so it actually keeps looking very good technically, even though people are quite upset of the current price action. But for that, and this is not all, we also have the halving that just happened. We have general adoption of Bitcoin, and we have spot ETF options, but we also have the spot ETFs that are accumulating billions of dollars. Do you understand how much Bitcoin currently is being accumulated in comparison to how much Bitcoin is being produced? If you don't understand these simple facts, guys, I really urge you to pay attention right now and learn these basic things and differences between blockchain and traditional fiat system. It's all obvious. That Bitcoin is still not at 100K, it looks like price suppression, to be honest. Because if we had even 10% of what we have right now in previous bull run, Bitcoin would have been not at 69,000, it would have been at 169,000. So it just shows how much of an extension we have in terms of the price discovery to cover for the reality of the valuation of Bitcoin that is more than fair at this point. So for this, in terms of all I've just mentioned, in terms of all these things that are coming together right now in terms of macro for us and all the fundamentals, look historically. This was the first halving, I think, right now, 2012. November, this was November where we are at right now, right before the up move. Next cycle, let's have a look. Where is November? So we have November after the halving. Right here is November. And after it, just pump. Also, it also coincides with elections, guys. Also coincides with elections. And right now we're standing the last cycle. So we had, where is October, November, right here. So this is where we are standing at right now. So if you go here, October, November, this is where we are at. So therefore, our targets will probably be hit. So I still think this upside target with everything we were saying, this also is a long-term update as well. I think that this target right here is going to be hit. So probably maybe even faster than September of next year, we'll be hitting minimum 200K. Honestly, 200, 300K is really so far my expectation for this bull run. So all things considered, and Ethereum, same thing. So we have all the same, I'm not going to bore you to death, so we have all the same expectations as before. For right now, all I want to see from Ethereum is at least cross over into this target area of like to go back into the bullish zone above 3K. So once we go above 3K, this trade is going to also look a tiny bit better. And finally, it's going to break a profit and it's going to start just looking a tiny bit better. But this is the general understanding of where we are at right now. And technically, if you just zoom in a little bit in terms of short-term perspective, because every time people say, oh, Thomas, you're so positive, why Bitcoin is not pumping? It's not supposed to pump. Everything happens in cycles, in steps, just like in price action. You never see price go up in just a straight line. It goes up, goes down, goes up, goes down, goes up, goes down, up, etc. So, and right now we are actually testing a very important level of 69,000, which has been, it's not clearest level, but it still is a level, despite the fact that we actually broke out here. So we actually broke out of this formation. So entirety of it, and we actually closed above with quite a bit of volume. The only thing left right now really in the daily chart as well as in the weekly chart, because we actually closed the weekly chart with a bit of volume and we closed above this resistance. So this is quite bullish unless we turn suddenly into some kind of black swan event and some kind of capitulation and some horrible scenario which I don't even want to talk about, then it's all quite bullish. So as long as we pass this 69K mark right here, maybe consolidate a bit more, maybe try to make it look like a false break, and then finally break above 69 and stabilize above 70, and then actually attempt to go and break the all-time high of 74 would be just the best trajectory. Just mind the leverage. Be careful, understand what is currently undervalued, which is, for example, in my opinion, quite a few altcoins, including Ethereum, but they're going to catch up. And once they start catching up, it will be very fast. And this trade that we've been building is going to become very profitable very fast, and it's going to make crazy money. But mind the leverage, please. And remember about the bonuses on Bybit. use it to your advantage and check out this quick tutorial that you can learn a lot from as to how to trade properly, how to use leverage properly, and how to actually make sure you don't lose too much money when the market is not on your side. So, and as always, peace and love. Thomas Krallo. Stay smart, stay exceptionally rich, and I'll see you guys in the next video.